Have you ever wondered how people who have long-term friendships actually keep them strong over time and what it takes to make those friendships last? It's not just time, it's not just history. There's something deeper that holds a friendship together even as our lives change. Today, we are going to talk about what actually makes a friendship last so you can see what really keeps it strong over time and what keeps it moving forward, because that is really the glue that holds it all together. After more than 30 years with my best friend, I have not only seen this, but I have experienced this play out time after time. And one of the things we're going to talk about is how you show up for each other over time, because often that can be a big difference on whether the friendship is going to be long term. So let's just jump right into that. It's not about time, it's about how you show up. Friendships do not remain strong just because you've known someone for a long time. The time alone, that length of time that you've known someone, most often does not sustain that connection that you feel with a long-term friendships. Friendships, like any other relationships, take work to be successful. People can know each other for a very long time, but still drift apart. And as we've discussed previously, this is going to happen in all of our lives. We're going to have friends for certain seasons. But when you talk about long-term friendship, it is those actions that you take, that showing up for each other through times when you might not be connecting a lot, and that's going to happen too, but you're still showing up for each other and checking in on each other. So when you think about long-term friendships, and do you want that friendship to stay strong? That is the kind of thing when you think about showing up for each other, checking in, doing things for each other, that type of thing. And showing up during the good times and the tough times. And that takes us into, as our lives change, everyone is going to grow individually. You are going to maybe go down one path, your friend's going down another path. You're going to grow individually, but you are going to intentionally stay connected. Life's changes are inevitable. It's going to happen to all of us. But staying connected during those times is not automatic. It is a choice to be connected during those times when our lives might be pulling us apart. There's times when we have careers, children, family obligations, maybe travel, things like that, that are just automatically going to set us on two different paths. And to keep a friendship strong, you both have to be committed to at least intentionally connect. Probably not as frequently as you used to, but when you do, again, that connection feels intentional, and it feels like you're just picking right back up where you left off, even though maybe some time has passed during your last connection. But it takes an effort to continue to make those connections. Don't just assume it's automatically going to happen. It is a choice that you both have to make to keep that friendship in a strong and healthy place. And the next thing I want to talk about is long-term friendships, as we've mentioned, are not always going to stay the same, and they shouldn't. One of the things that keeps a friendship strong is evolving through life together. Different seasons of closeness. As I've mentioned before with my friend and I think in one video, she literally had a pool in her backyard for 4 years. I never saw it. That was a certain evolution of her life with her children. And although we were still close, we weren't nearly as close as we are now. But I was also doing something different at that time. So our lives are going to evolve. A lot of times they're going to evolve in separate directions. But if you make an intentional choice to be there for each other while your lives are evolving, this is just going to make you stronger because you're sharing these experiences with each other. Even if not in person, you are still talking about these things and still staying in connected with each other, still understanding each other's lives as your relationships in your own lives are evolving. And this is what helps your friendship evolve and also grow deeper. You should embrace these times of evolution in each of your lives. It opens up the doors for more shared conversations, more shared experiences, taking interest in each other's lives and what is happening. During this time, your communication might change a little bit as well. Maybe not as frequent. But again, when you do connect, that feeling is still there, right? This is my person. This is my friend. This is the person I can trust. And you just really take joy, even if the same frequent closeness isn't there, you still take joy in having those conversations and catching up with them, asking about their lives, and vice versa, right? Them asking about yours. Hey, what's going on? How are things going? So an evolution in each other's lives also provides an opportunity for an evolution in the friendship. And this is really a big part of keeping a friendship strong in the long run. And sometimes, especially in long-term friendships, but not only in long-term friendships, this is going to happen in every friendship at some point, I feel like. Sometimes there's going to be little irritations. Sometimes there's going to be misunderstandings. And again, some of the things that my friend and I have absolutely been through this. Maybe you're going through that time of evolution and you are just not feeling like your friend is appreciating your check-ins or things like that. Maybe you start to feel a little bit of resentment or, you just feel a certain feeling building up. This is something you don't want to wait too long to address. You want to speak about this when you start feeling these feelings because unspoken misunderstandings or irritations or things like that, this can all lead to resentment in your friendship. And now you've gone through these stages of evolution with each other and you know this is a friend that you don't want to lose. You want this person to be there for the long haul. And so when you start feeling irritations or you find misunderstandings cropping up in your conversations or you feel like the connection is not there anymore, you don't feel as open maybe with that person or maybe that they're not really listening to you. They're hearing you, but they're not really listening to you. This is a time when you want to have that conversation with this person because at this point you've probably come far enough to where you've experienced many of life's changes and life's different routes together. And you want this person in your life for the long haul. Bring it up. Talk to them about it. Openness and communication is not always going to be, oh, happy day in long-term friendships. Sometimes it's going to be difficult, but these are those difficult conversations that you sometimes have to get you both back on the same page to keep that friendship strong and steady and continuing to move forward. It's consistency over time. Consistency with checking in, consistency with evolving through each other's lives as they change. Consistency in having conversations, difficult conversations, happy conversations. It's consistency in showing up for each other. These are all of the things, and I'm certain there's more, that really make a friendship strong over time and to help it continue to move forward through hopefully years and decades. Small efforts, check-ins, being present in different ways, hopefully being able to spend time together. That's going to fluctuate over years. There are going to be there's times when we were younger, when we were first friends, we spent a lot of time together. Then there was a period of time we barely spent any time together at all. And it happens in friendships, but it takes effort. And if you put in the effort, you can continue to have that strong friendship for a very, very long time. If you've ever started to feel like a friendship isn't as close as it used to be, we talked about that in another episode, and I will link that here. Long-term friendships aren't built on one particular moment, one conversation. They're built over time in the small ways that you stay connected through conversation, through laughter, and through tears, and the way you continue to show up for each other over time. I would love to know what's been most important in your long-term friendships. I guess I can say it best by saying best friends don't just live the chapters of your life with you, they help you write them. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.